Hi, I'm Zoe, and I've spent the last 8 years of my life trying to rehumanize and expand how we see North Korea. Working in North Korea tourism and showing you the life as I've experienced it after around 30 visits. More than 5 years ago, due to the pandemic, North Korea closed its borders to tourism and my frequent visits had to stop. Whilst I kept busy with research and doing my PhD on all things North Korea and the media, it's certainly been a drag at times. And we really had no idea that the borders would be closed for this long. But now it's finally happening. The borders are opening, and today I can finally say, let's go to North Korea. So North Korea is now open, you ask? Well, yes, but mainly no. North Korea announced just a few weeks ago that it was going to open its borders to the Rason area. Now, this is a special economic zone bordering China and Russia in the very far northeast. Whilst I've been waiting for this announcement for the past 5 years, it came pretty suddenly and pretty unexpectedly. I've had to make some pretty last-minute changes in plans and haul this luggage all over the world and stay in several hotels. To where I am now in China, ready to go to North Korea tomorrow. I'm not complaining though, because I'm in North Korea. We made it. We finally made it back, and I cannot wait to start showing you around Rason. Let's go. Wait just 1 minute though, because I still need to give you a tour of the hotel room. So this is the very retro looking bedroom. My absolute favorite feature is this lamp, which when it's a little bit darker and I've plugged it in, it glows blue and purple and pink. It's excellent. And it also doubles up as a clock. The beds are, of course, extremely hard. And this is probably my second favorite feature, is this insanely cutely decorated armchair with frills, because who doesn't need frills in their life? As you can see, the room is rather old and simple. Let's say that it probably hasn't been redecorated since it was first built. We of course have a bathroom as well, which is equally as simple. We do have hot water, and you get a mirror as well as a nice selection of Korean produced goods, such as toothpaste from the Pyongyang Dental Hygiene Supply Factory, and some Korean made shampoos and conditioners, which I will be giving away on a giveaway at some point as well. So that's the bathroom. This is my room. Now let's go and explore North Korea. Like I've said before, Rason is the special economic zone of North Korea, which means that you're probably going to see a lot of things like this. It prides itself on its free trade with foreign countries, and you'll see a lot of economic activity around the area. But of course, we are not here for business, we are here for tourism, and Rason has quite a lot to offer, even though it's quite small. We have lots of different activities that we can do, such as visit schools, go into an English class, have a kimchi making class, and say hi to some deer as well. And we're in a great location for it, because we're actually right in the middle of Rason city centre. It's a really bustling place with lots of cars and taxis around, and one of the best things about it is this is one of the most central locations where locals gather at the end of their morning commute to watch this TV screen up here that isn't playing anything at the moment, but in the evenings and the weekends it has different Korean programs on it, and you'll see lots of kids and people hanging out here to see that, probably more so in the summertime than in the wintertime, where it's quite a bit cold right now. So let's get started exploring Rason.
We left the hotel at 9 a.m. to drive the short way to the monument standing at the top of the hill overlooking Rason City.
And of course the first stop in the morning is the statues, where we go to pay our respects to the leaders.
Contrary to popular opinion, it's not actually obligatory to come here, but if you do, be sure to make a bow and you can buy flowers if you wish.
Our second stop for this morning, I've just got off the bus, is going for a hike. So nice to be out in the countryside, to be honest, to not be in a big city. And we're just gonna head up this mountain that you can see here for a hike. It's gonna be about 2 or 3 hours. You've dressed in now your hiking outfit.
How long did it take you? You look so cute on camera. How long did it take you last time?
The hours maybe.
Hours? How long? How many hours?
Maybe 2.5 hours.
Oh, it's okay.
Yes. Maybe 3 hours.
But you're young, so it's fine. You're the fittest of us all, I think. Yeah, everyone has to guess how young you are.
Yes. But they always say me, maybe you are 20, 22, or sometimes 25.
But you know what? Let me tell you why. I thought that you were 22 because you're mature.
Oh yeah.
You know, you look very young, like maybe 16, 17, but you're acting very mature. So that is why I thought that you are older.
Oh yes.
So now you know she's younger than 22. Yeah.
So I'm so happy to meet you.
Yeah,
so
same.
It's,
No,
for
my
the tourist travel
동생.
company.
Yes. Yes. My little sister.
How old is she?
How old do you think I am?
You are, I don't know, you 32.
No. 31.
31. I'm sorry.
But still, I'm your only. Right?
I'm your only. Yeah, yeah.
I'm your only.
And I'm your 동생?
Yes. My little sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go. So we've just started our hike up this one, and this is where it really begins. So now this is where we are heading up, this map here. On the way you see lots of things, different revolutionary things, as well as slogan trees. I'll introduce you to those in a minute. First things first, let's get hiking. Got some more stairs to climb. It's cold, but it's like the perfect amount of cold where it's nice and crisp. I know that as I keep going along, it's gonna feel a bit warmer. Probably end up, well, I don't think I'll end up taking my gloves off. My fingers are currently freezing. It's nice and crisp. It's not too cold, not too warm, and it's silent. So nice.
Honestly, I was surprised how tough this hike was. A constant incline, but with some nice, rewarding views.
On our way, just after getting some spring water, we come across our next thing, which is the slogan trees, which are basically trees that have the bark ripped off and then a slogan written on it. For this one in particular, you see it says, let's work together to defeat the Japanese imperialists. And obviously this is a recreation of it, but it's written on the bark itself. I think you'll be able to see it here. Yeah, just in the background there. You can see it, it's written in Hanja actually, in Chinese characters. And now we'll be able to go up and see some more as well. There's a few on our way like this.
By this point, I realized just how much I'd underestimated this hike.
400 meters now. Oh, we still have to get it all the way up there. Finally, we make it up to the top. 2.5 kilometers up, not bad. We have this beautiful view. Rason City behind us. Let's take a look.
At the top, you're rewarded with a view from the pavilion and space to rest before you head back down again, just in time for lunch.
Just finished one of the best performances that I've ever seen in the DPRK, honestly, and now we have one of my favourite dishes. It's been a good few years since I've been able to have authentic rason, cold noodles. Our first stop after lunch is middle school number 1 in Rason. Now, let's get going.
just taken the group to number 1 middle school, which is very fancy on the outside and just kind of as fancy on the inside. Everyone is speaking to the pupils at the moment, so everyone is kind of enjoying my time to relax. I'll probably also find a group of kids to speak to. I'm probably not going to get them on camera. It's very interesting to see the different role plays that we just saw and see their English as well. Their English is very good and they're having like some nice conversations together. It's nice to see. Cute little school bags here as well.
After the chaos in the classroom, we took a bit of a look around the different areas of the school, including a computer room and 3D video room, before checking out the sports area.
You played?
We just managed to jump in on a volleyball game, and of course, half the people have joined in, which is good. I can't help but think we are letting the side down. The team with the more foreigners on is going to be the losing team.
It was then time to leave the middle school and onto our next stop, the school children's palace. This is an area where children come and do extracurricular activities like learning musical instruments, calligraphy, sports and dancing.
Just got to the school children's palace, which as you can see behind me is a pretty massive palace. At the moment there are the kids that are here, we're not able to see them. I think they are in different rooms for exams, practicing for exams at the moment, which is a good thing. Honestly, I wouldn't want to disturb them, and it's good to know, for me anyway, it's just good to know that, you know, not everything is curated for the tourists. Like, they're still willing to say to them, like, no, sorry, we can't have guests here at the moment or in these classrooms because the kids are studying. Because we've just spent a long time in the different classrooms talking to the kids and you kind of feel like a bit of a nuisance. But it's good to know that that's not necessarily the case in all areas. They're still prioritizing the studying for the kids. I think we're about to go and see the performance. Let's go. And I've seen that this one is going to be pretty intense. You're about to see exactly what I mean.
Their performance lasted about 20 minutes and honestly they were really impressive. This is also the place getting a bit of media attention for this interesting aesthetic. But aside from that, these kids have serious talent. We spent the rest of our evening enjoying dinner and getting a good rest, awaking the next morning to a fresh blanket of snow on the ground. Our first stop for the day would be the Taekwondo Hall.
If there is one weather that I love, it's the snow. And it was snowing a little bit this morning. It's snowing again now. You can see the little flakes, I think, on the screen. I get so excited when it's snowing. We are about to head inside into the Taekwondo building to see a Taekwondo performance before we get on our way for the rest of the day. We're going to be driving up to the China-Russia border, 3-point border. Always good to see a little bit of girl power first thing in the morning.
Today involved a lot of driving as we moved from Rason City through to the Tumengang area at the Russia-China border. It's about a 1-hour drive, but quite worth it for the views.
Just behind me, you can see Russia and China standing in the DPRK.
We then stopped to visit the nearby Pifa Island, and being near the sea, our food was of course on brand. After lunch, it was time for a walk around the island.
Risking my fingers to make this video as it is blooming freezing. You can see, I don't know if you can see bits of snow literally still on the rocks in the sea. It is so cold. We've just finished lunch and we're wandering around Pifa Island before our fingers fall off. You can see the snow there. It's windy as well because we're right next to the sea. We're just a short way away from the Russia and Chinese border, which is a little bit further north from here. We are on a peninsula that is called Pifa Island. It's really a peninsula because you can drive right onto here. In summer, this place is bustling. You can do boat rides, you can see the seals, but right now I am about to lose my fingers, so I'll let you enjoy the scenery. I'm gonna have to put the phone away.
예, 춥습니다. 춥지 않습니까?
안 춥습니다.
Heading back to Rason, we had a couple of factory visits on the way. The first and best is the brewery, producing local Tumengang beer as well as soft drinks and instant ramen.
The 신라면. 안녕하십니까? 예. And now is the most exciting bit. We get to try the beer ourselves.
Next up was a factory called Foodstuffs Factory, but it definitely produced nothing but alcohol.
Because here we find ourselves in the Foodstuffs Factory, which is quite inappropriately named because it's not food anything. It is just soju. This is a big, massive soju plant here. I mean, maybe we'll see some food in a minute, but apparently, according to this sign in the background here, they're working on some like 98% alcohol here. It's mainly made from corn, but you can see there's lots of different types, different flavors. I can tell you, I am feeling a little bit tipsy just standing in there, to be honest.
After quenching our thirst, we then headed on to our next factory, the school uniform factory, and no, unfortunately, we could not buy any of the clothing here. This factory supplies to all the stores across Rason. Our day today is certainly full of factory visits as we've just finished looking around the brewery and then the Foodstuffs Factory that just sold soju and alcohol, and now we have the school uniform factory. The uniform for every school is the same, and a child gets one tailored uniform each school year from the state.
These are all the very cute uniforms here.
For the rest of our time in Rason, we spent it exploring what else it has on offer. But before we knew it, it was already time to leave. 3 days in Rason were up, and today was our final day. And the final day for maybe a long time, as when we were there, we actually got the news that the Rason border would be closing the very day we'd leave, making us some of the first and last tourists to North Korea, at least for a while.
Unfortunately, it is now time to leave the hotel. It's our last morning in Rason. We leave in just a few hours, and now I don't know when I'm going to be back. Usually at this point, I'm feeling happy that I've got some new familiar faces here, excited to come back, but at this point, I don't know when I'll be back, if I'll be back, and definitely got some mixed feelings about that. But for now, onwards and upwards, we have to get going. I swear, not knowing when I'm going to come back next is dangerous because I have just spent all of my money in this store. Let me show you around a little bit. This is the foreign language bookshop, but it has everything. as well as books. You can see behind me. It's also selling jewelry, as well as my favorite area, which is Korean skincare. DPR Korean skincare, and some art as well. So a lot on offer, too much, and now I have no money left.
Next up is the local pharmacy, where honestly the second floor was like tourist ready, but the first floor had lots of locals and was as equally as well stocked.
Just bought some sun cream from here. Do you think this one is good?
Yes.
Yeah. You use this one? Okay. Finished in the pharmacy. Now, next stop, lunch. Our last lunch in the DPRK. Our last meal in the DPRK.
But when you went to China for the first time in the 90s, it must have been...
10 euros maybe? Right now it's expensive, right now. And in Warsaw, it's a lot.
After lunch, we enjoyed some ping pong and pool, waiting for the border to open to return back to China, and had some time to reflect on our time together.
Very good, both of them. I think in Poland, volleyball might be the biggest one.
So I will meet you as soon as possible, maybe this year.
I hope so.
And I want you to bring your friends
Wait, okay.
next time.
How many
okay?
friends shall I bring next time?
Maybe
A lot of friends.
all of your friends.
All of my friends.
All of them.
Okay, I will. 다시 만납시다. 꼭
Yes.
다시
다시
만납시다.
만나자요.
Yeah.